wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pants less. From the kickoff to the final whistles blow, we'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make
The wasted world of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Western World of Sports, ahoy. How is that just in time to see Michelle go running out the doorway? I don't. She probably forgot her drink. How's everybody doing? Welcome along Friday night footy this long weekend. Easter long weekend. Oh, God, what the hell is that she's carrying in? Easter long weekend. Natalie Green, go the mighty Bulldogs. Cumbrian McKim. Let's go Mara. What's Mara? Welcome along in what should be a blockbuster of a game. I was excited for last night's game as well, and that turned out to be quite good after a little bit of a not so much a scrappy first half, but a very hard-fought first half.
Live.
All right, I think she's trying to talk. Let's unmute. Oh, God, you're so close.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I think you don't. I don't think you've got Facebook Live yet. Not Facebook, YouTube. I've got nothing on my end.
That's just you then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It would appear. Mookie, ahoy, mate. How are ya?
There we go.
And we will go live on the TikTok. Welcome along. Is everyone excited for this one? Same game multi. Marcelo Montoya, Latrell Mitchell, and Bronson Sherry. That's my three-legger. Marcelo Montoya, he's been a try-scoring machine since he moved over from the Warriors. It's funny because it's one of those scenarios, one of those situations where the Warriors fans, I wouldn't say couldn't stand him, but he certainly was not their favorite. He's come over to the Bulldogs, and he's starting to absolutely set the competition alight.
My bunny is not working.
Whoops. Same with a couple of players that we've seen leave the Titans in recent years as well. I mean, Toby Sexton, case in point. Jamal Fogarty, case in point. It's interesting. Some players are just not fit for certain teams. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some players do not adapt to a certain game plan or a certain environment, and they come over to a new team and they start playing really exceptionally well. Paul Alamotti, unwanted by the Bulldogs. And he's been one of the Panthers' standout players, certainly in a troubling start to the season for them. Scored one of the decisive tries in the grand final. And are you trying to position yourself?
Oh, my bunny ears aren't working today.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened with the box on the screen is I set the box up based on where you were before you left, and then when you came back,
I moved it.
so now you're half off the screen. Everything that I did in the pregame to set it up is essentially out the window, but that's okay because we'll be switching
Sorry.
over. We'll be switching over to the game screen very, very shortly, as kickoff is about to get underway in this one in just a few minutes' time. I'm excited for it, so we'll just have to live with half-faced Michelle for the next couple of minutes.
Oh, what a shame.
Marcelo Montoya, por favor. See, we need that. We need the Montoya anytime try. We're due for a same-game multi. That's for sure. One may say overdue. Welcome along over there on the TikTok as well. Wasted Water Sports, live on TikTok, live on YouTube, and live on Twitch. Sometimes Facebook as well. But I find Facebook... I wouldn't say Facebook doesn't matter. It's just harder to set up. So let us know, chat room, who have you got in your multis? Who have you got winning this game? We always love hearing other people's tips as well. Tips and same-game multis, your anytime try scorers. I want to hear all about it. I played it conservative today. Just went with the 3 legs. I do have a 4-leg. I'm pretty sure I've got a 4-legger for the next game. Coming up, of course, later tonight, Melbourne Storm versus the Dolphins. And I do have a 4-legger for that one, because I'm expecting the Melbourne Storm to absolutely run riot. I do have 4 legs on that one, yes. 4 legs. Pappenhausen, Eli Katoa, Xavier Coates, and Jack Bostock. The anytime try scorers there. Canterbury Bulldogs, of course, the only unbeaten team in the competition. Will that end here today? I've got a sneaky feeling. Oh, look, I've tipped the Bulldogs, and I'm leaning towards the Bulldogs. I've just got a sneaky suspicion this is a custom-made Wayne Bennett special. These are the moments that Wayne Bennett lives for.
I think who did I tip? I can't remember. I'd have to have a look. Okay, bunny ears seem to be working. No jinx.
Fantastic.
Yes. I'm going to put that back a little bit, because if I move one electronics, another electronics stop working.
That's usually the way it goes.
Right?
The Rabbitohs here in the changing room looking very pumped up. They've got their game faces on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this should be a good one. NRL fan 25, ahoy, mate. And we are very much due for a same-game multi to come through. I reckon it's going to be this one. Actually, I'd rather it be the next one. The Storm Dolphins game is the one I'd rather get up because it pays more.
There's like 2 hours in between these 2 games, too.
Yep.
How annoying. I'm going to have to go with my glasses again, because everything's a little bit fuzzy today. Mainly because I'm blind, not because I'm hungover and, yeah.
Here they come, the
I hope everyone
Rabbitohs.
enjoyed that last night.
Leading the way out onto the field is Cody Walker and Latrell. Look at the size of that man. I don't think people appreciate just how big Latrell Mitchell is. He's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
Look at all the Bulldogs jerseys there in the crowd. A lot of support for the doggies. It's
There's
a sea of blue and
Big
white.
crowd there.
Mind you, look at all the red and green over the other side of the field. Lots of support for both teams. Got a grand final atmosphere.
Absolute cracker.
Grand final atmosphere. Big Kahuna says, go the Dogs.
Boof. You're messing up my bunny ears. Move. Come on. Over here.
Grand final atmosphere, grand final vibes. One way alls says up the Dogs. And here they come. The Bulldogs, it is a home game for them, of course, the Bulldogs. And look at all the signs, look at all the flags, look at all the big heads in the crowd. Stephen Crichton ready to lead them down the tunnel. Talking about grand final atmospheres, I mean, the whole pregame build-up, the tunnel with the logos on the side and the lighting, they've really gone all out. They've really gone all out with production.
How's the volume, chat room?
Hope the Dogs give it to them by 30. We want to see a better contest than that. As neutrals. Oh, God, the little kid nearly got wiped out. Oh, that would have been hilarious. He was too slow.
Wow, what a crowd. What an atmosphere there today, this afternoon. How good.
Of course, the big news for the Bulldogs, there he is on the screen. Viliami Kikau returns. Matt Burton returns. They're full strength, almost, pretty much.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a tough ask for the Bunnies, who continue to be ravaged by injuries. Latrell Mitchell playing 6, Cody Walker shifting out into the 7, which I actually think is a much better use of the halves, in my opinion. But we'll see.
Yes, indeed.
Go Bulldogs, destroy them, says NRL fan 25. Go Bulldogs, destroy them. All right, over to the game screen we flick, and it's Stephen Crichton who gets us underway. Good Friday, and hopefully it will be a good Friday. One of these two teams, well, the Bulldogs, they could stay undefeated, and the Rabbitohs could be the cause of the Bulldogs suffering their first defeat. I tipped the Bulldogs. I'm going for the Bulldogs. Sorry, Odd Poppet. But I just think this has just got Wayne Bennett special written all over it. A Wayne Bennett-led ambush.
I'm just trying to turn up my volume because it's quite low. I can barely hear you, Dan.
Fifth and last. And from inside the 40, Latrell puts a monster kick downfield, but it's taken on the full at the back. And here's Montoya, my anytime try scorer. Oh, it would have been nice if he just went length of the field there. Get it out of the way nice and early.
Have you got him his first tries or just any time?
Anytime. Big defense here from the Rabbitohs, driving the Bulldogs backwards. Stephen Crichton getting involved in the hard yakka. Gets a little bit of a half wedgie. Half wedgie? How do you have a half
a wedgie?
Oh, that's loose from Reed Barney. Have got away with it, though. It's been called backwards for some reason. Wow. Interesting to see what happened there. Here's a replay. Let's have a look. Now, that is surely forward. That is surely forward. Wow.
My anytime try scorer, I've got Connor Tracy, Bronson Cherry, and Keon Kolomatangi.
Say it again.
Whose name I've butchered, haven't I?
Yes, say it again.
Why are you giggling? Did I butcher?
Penalty to the Bunnies. And Latrell will thump this into touch. Oh, this has been a fairly rocking start.
Oh, they're both up for it.
Finding touch, 40 out from the Bulldogs line. And big defense driving the Rabbitohs backwards. Totola takes 3 to hold on to him. 2.5 minutes gone. No score here. Let's get some stats up on the screen. It's through the hands now out to the left. Double pump from Latrell. And Ewan Aitken is dumped. No threat there. They can't make any sort of dent in the Bulldogs' defensive line, which has been, of course, one of the best in the comp. There's a reason they're undefeated. 10 out from the line now. Walker to Gray. Floats it over the top for Campbell Graham. Graham cuts back inside and he's a meter short. Looking good, though, the
Trying.
Rabbitohs. 5th and last. Cody Walker pumps the ball into Reed
Lost
Marnie,
it.
and it deflects to Preston, and the Bulldogs repel that first attacking raid.
Wasn't happy with himself on that one.
He shouldn't be. Certainly wasn't one of his greatest moments. And a penalty
Absolutely
now
not.
to the Bulldogs. A penalty for the Doggies.
$70,000 people, they reckon. Very nice. Very nice. Way to turn up.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, that's what they wanted. That's what they were hoping for.
Yeah, no, it's a good now they can serve booze there, right? They've got an exemption because sport.
Yes.
Good. You'd be pretty annoyed if
well,
you got there and they couldn't serve
I mean-
booze.
I'm assuming so, anyway. You would think so. Billy Army kick out. How good is it to see him back? And, there's a nice charge from him. Running the inside line. Marnie to Josh Curran. Looking dangerous here, the Doggies. 4.5 gone. No score, but they're 10 out.
Who
Salmon.
did I say I needed? I can't remember.
Salmon offloads. Marnie heads back across field. Sexton looks to kick. Does put the kick through. Jai Gray's there. And so too Isaiah Tass. But they get a result. I don't know that was really the option there, the kick through, but they get a result nonetheless. You said Bronson Cherry, Keon Kalamatungi, and can't remember that. Did you say Jai Gray?
Connor Tracy.
Connor Tracy.
Dick Tracy.
Connor Tracy, Bronson Cherry, and Kalamatungi.
Oh,
Interesting.
Big kick from Latrell, almost 60 meters there.
Winding up, though, is Max King to return
They
it
were,
inside the 40. It was a big,
Pushing
it was
them
so,
well back on that one.
it was so big, they didn't even get to chase it properly. And the Bulldogs bring it straight back to the 30 on play 2. Salmon, with his very distracting bleached hair,
Oh, right.
inside for Preston. 20 meters out. Curran. 12 out. He'll play it in front of the posts. 2 tackles left in this set. Marnie goes right. Sexton with the inside ball. And Maxi King, 5 meters out. Final play. They're close here, the Dogs. Salmon to Burton. Short ball there for Bronson Cherry. And he's held
come
up.
on.
He's held up 5 meters out from the line. Well, at least we know in the early stages, Bronson Cherry is getting very heavily involved, and Latrell's getting his hands on the ball a lot, obviously playing in the 6.
Yep.
That's good. Good signs. Good signs for my multi.
Good signs for a good game.
Certainly is. 6 minutes, 46 gone. No score yet, but both teams have had attacking opportunities inside the red zone. But I think with both defenses, it should be a relatively low-scoring game. Big kick needed here from Latrell, and big kick he delivers. Backing up and catching it on the 10. Montoya. Or actually, that's a Carraz over that side. My apologies. A monstrous defense from both teams.
Oh, gave him had a little bit of a word in his ear then, I think.
Yeah, it's just a cheeky little I love you. It's fine. But what is it they used to say? That they just, as Burton finds some space in around the ruck. Geez, he's a massive, massive return to the team, Matty Burton.
Yeah, he is.
Carraz can't get the ball wide. He had a couple of unmarked players, but he's still going,
He did.
Carraz.
Latrell was trying to wrap him up. Had to let him go. Might have been a penalty with the way he was holding onto that jersey. Oh, that hair is awful.
Fifth and
Although,
last.
you
Fifth
should
and
have
last
seen
out.
the
Sexton puts the
redheaded
high ball
kid
up.
mullet I saw today.
Chasing through is Stephen Crichton. Can't bat the ball back. Little Jai Gray, what an effort. Who was this?
Oh, just this kid on his scooter going down the footpath when I was driving today. Should have seen the mullet on him, and his hair was bright red.
Bright red.
Could see him from a mile away, like he was like natural redhead.
Wow.
Yeah, orange, bright orange.
Oh, Jack Whiten beats one, but he's taken down just inside the near touch line. A kick from inside the 40. And it's not much of one, but it gets an awkward bounce, and it bounces back towards Campbell Graham, but Connor Tracy gets away. And Tracy will bring it just short of the halfway line. And this is a good opportunity for the Bulldogs at the back end of this set. As long as they hold on to the ball. Curran used as the decoy. Had his hands up, ready for it, though. Max King, he's had a lot of carries here early in the game. Now that's a wedgie. That was a full-blown one. Salmon with the short ball to Preston. Fifth and last. They didn't get as close to the line as I was expecting them to. Short side for Sexton. Puts the kick up. Carraz could compete, but Jai Gray takes it well. Mighty Mouse.
He gets up, doesn't he? He's got hops.
The Mighty Mouse of the NRL. There always needs to be one. Especially in an... Oh, loose pass, and it's dived on by kick out. Billy Army kick out, dives on the loose ball, and here come the Bulldogs. Full set of 6, 10 metres out.
Give it to Bronson Cherry.
That's Bronson Cherry. Cherry heads across field, and he's pulled down. 10 minutes gone, still no score. Marnie on the short side, but angling back in is Max King. Has his legs cut out from below.
Chopped in half.
Set restart. Josh Curran goes straight through. Josh Curran scores. Nearly put him in my multi too. I'm not... Josh Curran gets the first try. Gets a slap on the arse from Berto. And the Bulldogs are about to lead 6-0. I so nearly put him in my multi.
Bulldogs are up.
Painful. I mean, you can't pick everybody. You got to be selective. But yeah, when I start picking a same game multi, I have a list. I have a list of about 6 or 7 people, and I try to fit them all in the best way possible. Whether that's the use of player combos, I try and fit as many in without affecting the odds too much. I just couldn't make it work with Josh Curran.
That's the
Riley 2467. You go for the bunnies, but you don't have faith in them for this game.
That was the 1,000th try scored for the Bulldogs at Accor Stadium.
Always, Riley, have faith in Uncle Wayne. Always have faith in Wayne Bennett. Mookie, you got Curran in one of your multis. Nice.
Nice one.
He is such a prolific try scorer. I strongly considered putting him in. As Stephen Crichton converts from right beside the post. And it's the Bulldogs up 6-0.
I really want a good look at Curran's thigh and that tattoo. Anyway.
There we go. Josh Curran with the first try. Stephen Crichton with the conversion. And it's 6-0, 12 minutes gone.
I flicked open my laptop this morning and the chat from last night was still sitting there on the screen. I was like, oh, God.
Genitalia, ahoy. How are you, mate?
James, ahoy.
We're waiting for Michelle to get the slurs and the wobbles again today.
Well, I mean, I tend to sway anyway while I'm just standing here because it helps my feet.
That doesn't explain the slurring.
It's not, I'm actually... Yeah, if I slur, then you know that
That's how we knew.
I'm cooked.
That's how we
how
knew.
you know I'm cooked.
The swain and the glare into the roof was just added extra for hilarity.
What happened to the roof?
Oh, when you were sitting on the bed, you were swaying, and you were just like, you weren't looking at the camera, you were just. And I'm like, good Lord, Michelle's gone. Joy Gray takes the high ball.
I had like 4 drinks. It was ridiculous. It's been a massive, massive week. And you know how you just kind of in that headspace where 2 or 3 drinks just absolutely cooked you? That was where I was last night, clearly.
Down the short side, the Rabbitohs struggling to find meters here. The Bulldogs defense well and truly up. Now Joy Gray goes through, but obstruction, and he had to surrender, but he doesn't surrender quickly enough. And the penalty's given to the Bulldogs.
I knew it too, but oh well.
Clixie says ref giving them 6 agains like chocolate eggs. These refs every week are horrible. Well, I certainly agree with that last part. The refs every week are horrible. DJ Shack, ahoy, mate.
Hi, DJ Shack. Are you going to fix my screen up, Dan, or am I going to be off kilter the whole time?
What? No, you're right on this screen.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Yeah. 20 out from the line, Bulldogs on play 1. Here's Burton to Salmon and Max King again. Another carry for Maxi. Gosh, he's gone through some work. How many times have I said Max King's name in this opening 14 and a half minutes? I mean, that is what you want from a forward. As Josh Curran.
Johnson, ahoy.
Ahoy, Gaz. Inside the 10 on play 4. Josh Curran is, not Gaz. Salmon at first receiver. Salmon goes straight through.
Back to say ahoy.
Oh, Salmon tackled half a meter short. The crash ball was on there for Curran. It's been knocked down. 6 more tackles. Burton with Sherry on the inside. Sherry, half a meter short. Oh, that would have been great for the multi. Viliami Kickow on the crash ball. He's held up. That's tackle 1, though. That is only tackle 1. And Marnie is wrapped up by Jack Whiten and driven backwards. But that's okay for the Dogs. They won't mind that. 10 meters out instead of right on the try line. Excuse me, it gives them a little bit more of a platform to attack. They won't mind that at all. Here's Burton on the left. Burton sees half a gap, fires the pass out for Whiten. Whiten loses it backwards, and it's dived on by Walker. Rabbitohs back in possession. They have survived, and boy, they kind of needed to survive that. 12-0 would have been substantially harder, obviously, to come back from than 6-0.
Absolutely. James, yeah, the price of chocolate these days is insane.
The price of anything these days. God damn it.
This is true.
It's funny, when I was working full-time, everything was going up except for my paycheck.
Yeah, same.
5th and last, Rabbitohs put the kick in. This will be taken on the 20. Connor Tracy winds up, heads to the near side where Cody Walker wraps him up. And he's got some help there from Jai Gagai. Montoya. We'll play it. 35 out. Bulldogs in control here, in command. Oh, where's my stats gone? There they are. Whoops. Oh, straight up the middle goes Josh Curran. 40 out. Quick play the ball. Marnie, inside ball for Sexton, who's crushed in the tackle.
Absolutely destroyed.
5th and last. 6 again. Oh, another set restart. Salmon angling across. Jason, ahoy, mate.
Jason, ahoy.
Jason's all ready for his co-hosting gig this weekend. 10 meters out from the line. Marnie to Salmon. Dummies. Cuts back in field and has his legs cut out from under him on play 3.
Get rid of those tackles. liking getting around the legs.
Sexton with the grubber kick through for Burton. Needs it to sit up. It's on the ground. It's a mess.
What was that?
Burton is suggesting that he was taken out here. This will be no try, and I'll have a look.
Uzo, James. My God. Are you Greek?
This could be potential penalty try territory. Is Burton onside? Well, that's the first thing to look at. Was Matt Burton even onside? He was taken out twice in this one play. I think he's offside. Okay, he's onside. We play on. He's been taken out there by Ewan Aiken.
Oh, that was dumb. It's a reflex, but it's dumb. Yeah, are you Greek, James? You're on the Uzo. That's a drink. That's a big Greek drink.
It hasn't deterred him. It's still play on here at this point. Burton leading the way to the ball. And then he's taken out by Isaiah Tass.
Ewan Aiken with professional foul.
This will be 10 in the bin then.
Mm-hmm.
Professional foul. Penalty Bulldogs. 10 in the bin for Ewan Aiken.
Oh, James, were you one of those people that forgot that bottle shops were closed today?
10.
Ewan Aiken was extremely unimpressed by that sin binning.
That's one
But
for
you
the...
knew it was coming, mate. Come on, you can't grab a player as they're running through to score a try. Like, you just
That's one for the
grab it when they've
workout.
got the ball. You can't.
One for the workout video.
What are we gonna do?
They pumped up the crowd. They're going to take the
Give
two.
that draft, guys. Yum.
They are going to take the two.
I've eaten ham today and I'm drinking, so I'm a good little atheist as always. But I think Dad sorted out some prawns for dinner. So, look, if you can move in with your parents, highly recommend it. Not gonna lie.
The Red Knight, 47. You need a sherry try. So do I.
Oh, how is old Moses or young Moses, James?
Frick Cheese says refs doing good for the Dogs. A lot of hate towards the refs to start this one. That, in fairness, Frick Cheese, that one was a pretty obvious call, this penalty. That one was a pretty obvious call. Ewan Aiken, that was silly. As Crichton pops it over to make it 8-0. The Bulldogs.
Jason, just calm down with the surname, yeah? I decline to answer that question, James. That's good.
8-0.
Good little Moses.
And it's been all Bulldogs, really. A couple of attacking raids for the Bunnies, but it's all right. Have faith in Wayne Bennett. He's got a plan. Max King takes the kickoff. I would love to see Maxi King's meters at the halftime break. That'd be insane. Montoya runs straight over the top of Lockie Hubner, and Hubner's down. Hubner will be off for HIA at best. That could be his day done. Lots of concern here for Hubner. Montoya just goes straight over the top of him. Got his head in the wrong spot.
Yep. I hate that's like the worst.
He needs to take tackling lessons off Bron Breaker.
Yep.
You don't put your head there.
Yep.
Well, this is very concerning. Lockie Hubner is down. Gaz Johnson, you need to drink considering both of your teams are playing shite this year.
He's getting up. He's good. He's going to walk off the field under his own steam, which is good to see.
Oh, he's headed back to position. No, mate. Sideline, buddy. To the sideline.
Who we got? Oh, that's right. I forgot about...
Tallis Duncan will come on, I assume.
The super nerd trainer for the Rabbitohs.
Yes, Tallis Duncan onto the field. The obvious replacement. Oh, he doesn't know what day it is. Poor guy. All right, tackle 2 for the Bulldogs. 20 out from their own line and a huge hit there on Preston. 19 and a half minutes gone. Peter Kalpa watching from Omdara Network
Where's
corner.
Ondara?
I'll
Forgive
kick
my
on tackle
ignorance.
4 here. Burton looking for the 40-20, but little Jai Gray, Mighty Mouse, he's there to take it on the full. Gets away from Kickow. Luckily for him, I dare say. That's a bit of a mismatch. Jack Whiten slips into the tackle. Unlike Reece Walsh, he gets up and plays it. Doesn't stay down crying.
Oh, God.
Exactly 20 minutes gone. 8 points to 0. The Bulldogs lead. Category 1. Category 1
I don't
for
think
Lockie Hubner.
I mean, I feel like that was really obvious, and we didn't need the whole breaking news.
Mitchell
thing on that.
overpumps this one, and it's taken on the full in the end goal by Connor Tracy. A 7-tackle set. Oh, Mitchell.
What is it? I don't know what an old thunder is, Jason.
Latrell
And he-
Mitchell overcooks it.
Peter Cooper? Where is Omdara? Apologies.
Sounds
We
like Papua
haven't
New
seen
Guinea.
him. Huh?
Sounds like Papua New Guinea.
It could be.
Jeez, I'm plowing through this.
What?
CC.
Canadian club?
Yes.
Oh. Sorry, I shouldn't be saying it on air, should I?
It could be anything.
Could be.
Without the label, it could be absolutely anything. Wayne Bennett looks very unimpressed up in the coach's
He always
box.
looks unimpressed.
Dummy by Sexton, straight through. He's got
Sherry,
Bronson Sherry. Sherry with the in and away, but he's wrapped up by Mighty Mouse. What a try-saving tackle and a multi-killing tackle. The crossfield kick from Sexton, and it's taken by Latrell. What's Latrell doing out there?
Didn't even move.
Penalty now to the Bulldogs. Penalty to the Bulldogs.
Is that why Crichton didn't attempt to jump for the ball?
Seneva says, go Bulldogs. Wendy Fricks says, go Dogs. Hang on, is that Frick Cheese from TikTok? Or have we just got Fricks everywhere?
Wings with what sauce, James? Buffalo sauce, always. And side of blue cheese dressing.
Penalty to the Bulldogs there. I still don't really know what for.
Yeah, I don't know what for either, but maybe that's why Stephen Crichton didn't attempt to contest the ball there and Latrell got such an easy catch.
Down the short side, Tracy inside for Crichton. I still have no idea what that was for. Crichton offloads. Marnie has to scoot back for the loose ball. Salmon inside to Max King. Boy, I'd love
Do
to
you
see
mean
his
ranch,
meters.
James?
Max King's meters at halftime. I can't wait to see that stat. He would be going well for Supercoach teams at the moment. Curran, you don't need another one, Curran. Pass it around, mate. Salmon to Sexton. Grubber kick through, looking for kick out, but he finds the hands of Jack Whiten. And Whiten will be tackled a metre short. And these early kicks, not the right option for the Bulldogs. Put it through the hands. Millsy, I support the Sharks. And Michelle goes for the Broncos.
Sorry, TikTok, I can't see the chat, so I can't respond like normal.
That's all right. I'll pass it along.
James, that typo is fantastic because Rance is actually one of my nicknames. It's also my dad's nickname, funnily enough.
The kick from inside the 40. Can't get the angle on it to the 20-meter line. It's taken by Carraz. Fires it back in field. Here's Montoya now, stepping back inside White and thumps off Cody Walker. A huge don't argue. And they're out to their 40.
Gotcha.
Perez takes it up over halfway. I feel like the Bulldogs probably should be ahead by a bit more than 8-0. Crichton looks for the offload, but they hold on to him. I'm pretty sure his ass is exposed, and he hasn't put his pants up yet. Now he does. Salmon onto Curran. Curran heads across field, and he's wrapped up by Cody Walker on play 4. Staying on the short side. Kick out. Tries to get away from one. Gets the offload away. Fifth and last,
Rabbitohs
20 meters
green.
out. Sexton puts the kick up. Crichton flying through. Tries to milk the penalty and does so successfully.
Gets it.
Oh, that was one of the biggest milks I've seen all year long.
Oh, I reckon he's going to captain's challenge this. You reckon?
Stephen Crichton, right from the start, he is looking, where's the guy running? Where's the guy running?
He should be challenging that 100%. And he was looking at the ball the whole time. Sorry, I was answering commentary.
Yeah, the Bulldogs tap and go. And, Stephen Crichton playing a captain's knock there.
Oh, James, it's all right, don't bother.
And here he is. Crichton to Sherry, 5 meters out.
I'm absolutely not on the market.
Marnie to Sexton, inside ball for Burton. Burton dummies, beats one. Burton brought down, half a meter out.
I feel like Burton really wants to try.
Sexton racing up on him as Cody Walker and shuts down his opposite number.
And I'm feeling like I really should have put him in my
Crash
multi.
ball for Max King. Max King scores.
Oh!
Maxie King scores off the crash ball under the posts. Oh, the Bulldogs are just rolling on here. And Max King, there's that name again. 12-0 kick to come.
What's a bumble?
Max King is having a day out.
Yes.
Wow. Well, the Rabbitohs.
Also not in my multi.
No, not in my multi either.
Damn it. All right.
I
I'm gonna
still
get a drink.
feel,
I will be right back.
I still feel like they should be ahead by more. Gaz Johnson says, I'm dreading tomorrow. My whole bank holiday depends on 4 hours. Both my teams playing back-to-back. Panthers first, then Warrington straight after.
Oh, I reckon Panthers have got it tomorrow, guys.
And Max
I really
King,
reckon they're finally going to get on the board.
Max
well,
King is
more on
off
the
for
board.
arrest. He's put in so much work in this opening 26 and a half minutes.
Yes.
And he's
All
a
right, I'll be right
well-earned
back.
rest. A very well-earned break for him. Serraldo can't contain his excitement. From right in front, a simple conversion here for Stephen Crichton. $14 points to 0. This is incredible. This is unbelievable. They are putting on a show here. Tony R says, "Can your dogs? Can the doggies?" It's amazing how they've just been able to control so easily this game. It's been such a dominant display, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon. I don't think it's ending. Genitalia says, "I can't believe the Bulldogs are $7 chances to win the competition this year." That will come down very quickly. That will come down in price in the coming weeks if they keep this up for sure. No doubt about it. Plixie says the Bulldogs have turned into the next Penrith. And who'd have thought to achieve that, all they needed to do was buy a swath of Penrith players. Jai Gray picked up and driven backwards, and that's the issue. Plays the ball to nobody. Marnie tries to dive on it. That was dangerous. And that's the issue with Jai Gray. Mighty Mouse. Penalty now to the Rabbitohs. High contact. Oh, absolutely, Tony R. Get on that price. If the Bulldogs are still $7, get on it. That's a hell of a bargain. On report, Viliami kick out. Clixie says, wow, first penalty. The Rabbitohs have had a few penalties already. I understand the frustration completely when one's team is on the receiving end of a largely dominant display. I completely understand it, but they have had, let's see, penalties conceded. Okay, that's their second one, but they did have one before.
Have actual full.
Jack Whiten spills it.
Oh.
Jack Whiten spills it. And the Bulldogs come away with it. And that is nothing to do with refereeing. 10 minutes to go till the halftime break. 14-0. It could get worse before it gets any better.
Bulldogs are on a yeah. Having a stellar season so far.
66% possession. That's unreal. 66% possession.
Got a good mate. He's a huge Bulldogs fan. And he's started a new business selling seafood.
Oh, yes?
Like a mobile seafood truck.
Mm-hmm.
And they sold out of quite a bit of seafood yesterday.
Campbell Graham takes the high ball.
So he's having a good weekend.
That's good.
Bought a 4-pack of ginger beers yesterday, and there was a different flavor stuck in the thing, like in the actual 4-pack.
Oh, catching them napping here at marker, but no call. Josh Curran was marked up, apparently. And an early kick here from Latrell, looking for a 40-20. That's a monster kick. It bounces back over the head of Tracy.
Thanks, DJ Shack.
Tracy fires it infield to Montoya. Carraz now offloads. But Burton dummies and goes straight through. Burton in open space.
Oh, no.
Burton
He wanted to try.
puts the kick infield. And it's been taken by Jai Gray. And now Gray returns it. End-to-end stuff.
Shut up, James.
End-to-end stuff here as Campbell Graham is chopped down on the 20. That was end-to-end stuff. That was fantastic play from both teams.
Didn't kick it over his head far enough. That's what I should have said.
Harvey pops it up for Duncan. Fifth and last, still inside their own half. The Rabbitohs just can't get down into the Bulldogs' territory. And when they do, they've dropped the ball. Scooped up by Montoya. Look for the counter-attack. Connor Tracy puts the step on Walker. And Walker brings him down. Latrell shouting instructions to the back. Sexton gets all tangled up there with Jai Arrow.
And I know it's 14-0, but Rabbitohs are going to be stuffed at halftime.
Oh, they've had to do so much defense. So much defending. They will be absolutely, they'll be exhausted.
There'll be pickle juice everywhere.
Oh, now space. Stephen Crichton. He's got space and he's got Carraz. Passes a little too early to Carraz. Carraz still gets away from his man. Back in field to Tupanua. And Tupanua, I'm sure he's only just got onto the field and he scores a try. Satili Tupanua has just appeared out of seemingly nowhere.
Tony R, thank you very much.
Stephen Crichton, I thought, gave this ball way too early, but Carraz has still made something out of it. Latrell went for the intercept. There, he's given it about 5 meters too early. Carraz makes a miracle out of it. And Tupanua just says, thank you very much. I'll take that easy try. Wow, good lord. Tupanua probably came on. He probably came on to give Max King a rest.
Pump him up.
18 points to 0. The kick to come.
He looks like Lua and To'o had a baby.
Good lord.
That's what he looks like.
We've done it again, Michelle.
What?
Talked up a game, and it's been one-way traffic every single time without fail.
I mean, it's
Last night,
a good game because
last night doesn't count because I was the only one that thought last night was going to be a good game. It doesn't work when it's only one of us, but when we both agree, it's almost like us agreeing sends the world into some sort of spin. Like, well, I realize the Earth does spin, but as Stephen Crichton converts, and it's 20 points to 0.
There's still a whole nother half of footy to go. The Rabbitohs could come out absolutely, they could turn it around in the second half. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen to games before. So I'm holding out hope that this is, they're not going to come out with their heads down after halftime. Wayne Bennett's going to give him one of his famous Wayne Bennett halftime pep talks, whatever those are. And I reckon, yeah. Yeah.
Back underway. 5 minutes to go till the break.
I'm hoping anyway.
If I'm the Rabbitohs players, I'm not going into the changing room. Penalty now to the Bulldogs. Oh, Villian kick-out's down. High contact there on kick-out.
Again.
Why are all the forwards scoring? Exactly.
It's been some crash ball footy, that's for sure.
Give us some backs. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I just saw the replay there, and that was definitely high contact.
He was falling into the tackle, but I mean, you can't. What can he do? Disappear? Like, it's not. That wasn't.
Oh, Bronson Cherry almost through.
Yeah, look, can you give it to someone who's in my multi so they can score? Please.
Jack Todd on the field. The interchange bench has pretty much been rolled out now. We're just waiting to see Kurt Mann. Oh, there he is. Kurt Mann's out there. The interchange bench has been wiped out. Oh no, they still haven't used Bailey Hayward. Here's Tupanua. Man to Sexton, heads across field. Burton taps it on, but behind Montoya. And into touch. 20 points to 0.
Matt Burton, he looks so innocent and young.
He's got that baby face.
He really does.
Dylan, thank you very much for the 3 roses. Over there on TikTok. Cheers.
What is easy than done DJ Jack scoring, giving it to my multi-try scorers? I would have had a good multi.
Tommy Lobb, ahoy. Well, at least you've got a forward in yours. I don't have any forwards in mine. At least you're getting closer. You've got a forward there. Offload, second phase ball, dangerous. Walker is brought down. 35 out from the line. Quick ruck speed here. This is good ball for the Rabbitohs. Havili with a strong carry. Fifth and last. Points here would be very interesting. Walker runs it to the line. Offloads for Latrell. Latrell with the grubber kick through. Carraz scoops it up, running backwards and scoops it back into his body. Half a meter out from their own try line. And wow, some enterprising play from inside their own 10. And here's Montoya. Just outside the 20. Burton from dummy half. Offloads for Tracy. Crichton in space again. But he's well wrapped up by Latrell.
Well, I think it was a legal tackle. Like, I don't even think he was aiming for a tackle because of his position and the way he hit Billy Abbey. But yeah, I don't know.
Fifth and last, 40 out. Burton's going to put one of those big bombs up, chasing through, putting pressure on, and it's well taken by Campbell Graham at the back.
Hey, the wrestling you and Dan are streaming this weekend, is that the wrestling that's happening in Vegas?
Yes.
Got mates over there at that wrestling event.
Who, Ryan?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen his Facebook updates. Jai Gray from dummy half. On to Ewan Aitken, who's back on the field, obviously. Had his 10 minutes in the bin.
I think Lagi from Malachite's there as well.
All right. Oh, half a gap almost opens up there for Cody, but it shuts down. Walker, he's threatening when he takes the line on. Latrell puts a big bomb up. Carraz gets himself under it, takes it under no pressure. There was no kick chase to speak of because they're absolutely gassed here, the Rabbitohs. Halftime can't come along quickly enough.
55 seconds.
Montoya. Oh, he literally threw himself into the defensive line. That's a wedgie and a half.
That's like his third or fourth one.
Yeah. Burton looks to offload, can't.
Does he just have super loose shorts?
Inside ball for Tracy. It's read well by Havili. And he's taken down on tackle 4. They could have more points here, the Bulldogs. Man puts the grubber kick through. Jai Gray has got it well covered off. And he will just happily run it dead and go to halftime. They just want to get to the sheds and reevaluate life.
Jai Gray should give Reece Walsh tips on how to be in position.
Oh, I know, right? And he's like half his size. He's like half everybody's size.
And yet, he does the work of a big man.
Yep, and
That sounded weird.
And he puts his body on the line defensively. That's why we call him Mighty Mouse.
Absolutely.
20 points to 0 at halftime. No ticks off the multi once again. And a dominant first half display from the Bulldogs. Coming up later, the Melbourne Storm against the Dolphins.
Oh, imagine sitting in those seats in the grandstand with the sun right on you there.
Yeah, bugger that.
Oh, work.
Well, that upper section, Gus Gould was talking about it on his podcast or somewhere he was talking about it. One of the shows that he's on. That upper section's never normally open for these for these general week-to-week games. That top section is usually only opened up for origins and finals and whatnot. They've opened it up. They've opened up the top section for this, and it's $10 tickets.
Well, they'd have to. 70,000 people.
And $10 tickets.
Got people in there, that's for sure.
What I'm saying is for $10 you sit there in the sun, don't you? For $10 to go to the footy, you sit there and cop the sun. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not like they paid.
Yeah,
it's not like they paid $80 a ticket or something.
Oh, someone's had a bad day, a bad Friday.
Brick Cheese says, shout out to the ref and bunker. The Rabbitohs fans are not happy at all with the referee in that opening 40. Santino Morella is in the chat room. I can't believe it. Santino Morella. Montoya getting KO'd. Montoya getting KO'd.
Hey, Jace, if you're still listening, what's the around the ground score from the AFL, please? So I feel like it's Carlton versus North Melbourne.
At least you waited till halftime. You're learning.
Did. It's not an epic game, so
You're
sorry,
learning.
Carlton fans and North Melbourne fans.
Genitalia,
Sorry.
you're going to Monday's game. 2 general admission tickets for $84.
What size at the Tigers game?
Monday, yeah,
Monday?
Tigers, Eels.
Ah, geez. That's expensive for a Parramatta game.
Tigers.
They
Though.
raised the price today because they're doing well.
Third quarter, Carlton 59, Kangaroos 39.
Wow, that's actually not the spanking I was expecting, but a very low scoring game for a third quarter. Yes, Gaz Johnson, excellent win for Collingwood over those lousy Lions. It's the only time I'll ever say that. I've just really come to dislike the Brisbane Lions fan base for the men's team. And I specify the men's team because I support the Brisbane Lions women's team. But the Brisbane Lions men's team fan base is absolutely shocking. So, yeah,
Jeffy Bob. Jeffy Bob says doggies on top. Doggies on top. Tommy Lobb says Titans start about $43 after fees just to see us lose most games. You're going to win this weekend. You heard
And
how?
Vogel, do you want to rephrase that?
You're going to win this weekend, Tommy.
Oh, God.
Yes, indeed, Blake. Storm, Dolphins coming up later tonight. There is a huge break in between the games today.
2
So,
hours.
yeah.
Oh,
Baseball's good to tip on as well. Yes, I just won $150 yesterday on the baseball, or day before.
sorry, I'm going to sneeze. NBA playoffs start this weekend, baby. Yeah. I'm very excited. Although I think Boston's first game's like 5:30 in the morning, for God's sake. I don't like that at all. But next Saturday or Sunday, maybe first NBA live stream because it's on at like 9:30 in the morning. I don't know if Dan can sort that out for me.
I reckon Crusaders beat the Blues. Genitalia. And
Okay, he's just ignoring me.
and Zach's the bet on the next game is 4 legs. Ryan Pappenhausen, Ellie Katoa, Xavier Coates, and Bostock and 2 Smoking Barrels. 4 legs.
Yeah, Judah, go Celtics. I'm ignoring.
I love how we're just fighting each other. We're fighting and ignoring each other over the topic of conversation in the chat room.
Literally what I was about to say. But Jason, Orlando are actually playing the Celtics in the playoffs, so I don't know if you knew that and you were just asking in general. But yeah, if you haven't followed the NBA in a while, basically they don't do 1 to 8 anymore. They do 1 to 6, make the playoffs, and then 7, 8, 9, 10 on each division, so East and West. They play the play-ins, and like the winners and losers of that go into the playoffs based on, obviously, you got to win. So you got to win to get into the playoffs from the play-ins. And Orlando were in the play-ins. So
What?
Boston
You've got
second.
to win
they
to get into the
wait.
playoffs? I'm shocked. I can't believe
Shut up.
that's a thing. You actually have to win to make the playoffs?
Yeah, you're
Holy
hilarious.
hell.
You're hilarious.
Groundbreaking stuff there from the NBA.
Oh, shut up. The the plans kind of suck though, because if you've made it, I mean, it was good in the West this year because from like 5 down to 10, one game separated them. So they had to basically by the end of the season there was like one game, and so you could have been in the playoffs with one game to go of the regular season, and if you lost and someone else won, you were in the plans, and that's what happened to Golden State. And I was really hoping that they'd get knocked out, but they didn't. So they're now in the playoffs, and
Going back to this game, though,
Anyway, yeah.
remember I was saying I want to see Max King's stats. I almost forgot to do it. So Max King
UFC only fans. It's
Played
so
for
good to see you in the chat room.
played for 28 minutes. Oh God, this is a really poor setup. Okay, he only had 14 runs. I mean,
He seemed
it
like he was in it.
it felt like he was everywhere.
Yeah.
But 14 runs, 150 run meters. Look, 14 runs in 28 minutes of game time is still incredibly, like, that's an amazing workload. 14 runs in 28 minutes. What's that? One run every 2 minutes. So he took at least one hit up every set of 6, basically, for 150 run meters, which is the top of the Bulldogs. And he only played 28 minutes of the half. He had 35 kick return meters. What the hell he was doing back for a kick return, I don't know. 60 post-contact meters, 1 line break. And, of course, he scored a try. 4 tackle breaks, 12 hit-ups, 3.25 seconds average play the ball speed. 14 receipts, 14 tackles made. So he was getting in it defensively as well. And, of course, he scored the try. That is an immense return for Maxi King. So far, my man of the match. Because
Yeah,
he has
he's
just
good.
been immense.
He's having a fantastic game. I just have to answer in the chat room, Gaz, in the YouTube chat room, Gaz Johnson, just interested. I know it's a few months away, but do you guys think we'll give you a game in the Ashes? Now, I assume you mean England. And if I, I'm going to belly laugh at that because as if England's going to give us a game in the Ashes. You're dreaming. I can't wait for the Ashes. It's going to be fantastic.
What was
God,
King paying for
it's
anytime
awesome.
try scorer? Good question. I don't know what he was paying. It would have been a decent, buddy, decent cop. Would have been a decent cop.
Frank Maduai, thank you for the follow on YouTube. It's so good to see absolute dead shits like UFC only fans back in the YouTube chat.
Daddy, thank you very much for the heart me over there on TikTok. Daddy's the person's username, by the way. It's not my actual dad. Otherwise, I would have said, thank you, old Panther, for the heart me.
Love the spirit, guys. Love the spirit. Ed Vogel, the new New South Wales Orange jersey. I have seen it. I'm not 100% sure if I like
It's
it.
terrible, is what it is. I was hoping to not have to speak about it. Somebody had to go and bring it up, didn't they?
They brought it up. So Ed Vogel's brought it up. So, you don't like it either?
No, it's horrible.
No, horrible. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I understand why they keep changing it every year, because they want to sell more. It's all about the dollar. I totally get that.
Black Sam Booker's black, James. Uzo's clear. Got a bottle of both on the bar out there. I grew up with Greeks. They loved their Uzo. Oh my god. All right, I'll be right back.
NRL fan 25 says Panthers going for their 6th loss. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But the Panthers have not had a settled team. Probably the closest that they've been all year to full strength was round 1, where they beat the Sharks, and they looked pretty good. They were missing Brian To'o, I believe, in Vegas. I'm pretty sure it was To'o who was out in Vegas. It was largely a full strength team, though. And it's funny, because I always said Panthers, their depth will get tested this season, but a full strength 18, and they'll be right. Full strength 18, they'll be all good. They haven't had a full strength 18 since round 1. Well, they didn't in round 1 either, if I'm remembering correctly, and To'o was out. They haven't had a full strength team all year. It'll be interesting when everybody's back and everybody's fit to see. I reckon they go on a late season charge. They'll make the finals still. There's absolutely no way they miss the finals. I would say the top 4 is probably out of the question, but they'll definitely still make the top 8. They just need their players back. The Panthers in the past 5 years have not been this injury ravaged ever. All at once. Like the amount of players that they've had out all together at one time has just been unreal. So they'll be right once they're back to full strength. Run it straight. Run it straight says, I reckon the Doggies are going to be in the grand final this season. They're looking pretty good, aren't they? The Bulldogs are looking pretty good, and they're out for the second half. Ed Vogel says, thoughts on Marnie's season so far? Yeah, Reid Marnie's one of those interesting players. It's not been... I don't think he's been playing his best, but he's been playing good enough. Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing... second half is underway. We'll come back to that conversation if we remember. 20 points to 0, and the Bulldogs get first use of the ball. Montoya. You would pretty much expect... I mean, well, it has to be the Rabbitohs to score first.
I missed you too, James.
Bundy says, being a Broncos supporter, it will be a good game next week. Buff wants out.
Everyone wants to know what my dog looks like.
Buff wants out. Preston plays it. There's Kurt Mann. Dummies and takes the line on. 5th and last. Just short of halfway. Sexton on the short side. He puts it high. Jai Gray under it. He'll run it back. He'll have no fear.
Oof, you're stuffing up my bunny ears.
And he lined up Reid Marnie there. Running into somebody who's almost of equal size. Smart play.
Mm.
35 out from their own line. And now play for... Oh, Latrell doesn't look happy. Through the hands now. Walker back inside for Jai Arrow. Arrow's wrapped up. Great defense from the Bulldogs.
Massive.
5th and last. Mitchell puts it high. Carraz takes it. Steps away from one. Carraz has got a little bit of open space. He takes it back up towards the halfway line. Gets the offload away for Crichton, but it's called held. He has to go back and play it.
Oof.
Second half is looking much like the first for the Rabbitohs, I'm afraid. Danger signs. Through the hands now to Panua. Charges into the defensive line. 35 out in midfield. Marnie to Man. Man straightens. Tackle 4.
The Raiders have been good, Ed. I'm not sure if Dan answered you, so.
Jack Todd taken 10 metres out, fifth and last. Sexton to Connor Tracy. Short ball for Preston. Preston's over the line, but he's been held up. Preston's been held up. It would have been another. It's gone up as a try. It's gone up as a try.
Has he gone over his head?
And it's another forward.
Has he? Well, Connor
Okay.
Tracy shouldn't have passed that. He should have gone on his own.
That's it. Officially, no more backline players in my Canterbury Bulldogs multis. Ever again.
Did he score it?
Preston, it's gone up as a try. He's obviously got it over his head and maintained possession. This replay will probably tell us. Over his head and down. That's a good call.
How
There it
did he
is.
even see that?
Oh, the tongue out. He's happy.
Goodness me. Wow.
Well, that'll
what
be
a
the game.
start.
That'll be the game.
Yeah. I think it was Gaz who said it in the chat room. The next
Yep.
try will be telling.
Very, very
Um,
important.
Yeah.
Jacob Preston.
Wow. Right. Well, now we know who not to pick for the Bulldogs. Is he a New South Welshman? Is he? Good.
Yes, he is.
Put him in.
Who do you put him in for?
I don't know. Anyone who's not performing. Who's not performing?
Just a quick side note. I know you're metal lovers. Well, Michelle is. Check out a black metal band called Nornia if you haven't already.
Nornia, right?
Stephen
I'm not a
Crichton converts.
huge-
Stephen Crichton
I'm not a huge
converts.
fan of black metal.
26 points to nil.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna sneeze, but no, I'm not a massive fan of black metal.
Jacob Preston was the try scorer at Red Heart, Blue Heart. One of many of Bulldogs today that have all been forwards. Jacob Preston was the latest try scorer, though. To go with
Wow.
Josh Curran, Max King, and Satili Tupanua.
Rabbitohs are Timmy Borgia.
Look at this score sheet on YouTube. It's so one-sided. I don't think I've ever
ridiculous.
seen one like this before. Not a game that we've covered anyway. That is just
It's ridiculous.
empty on that other side. Except for the sin binning.
I
That's
know
the
we're only
only
4.5 minutes into the second half, but my God, the Rabbitohs need to
Pull their
get
finger
some
out.
life into them.
Yeah. Pull their
Not
finger
even
out.
some life. They've had plenty of life. They need to figure out how to beat this onslaught. Oh, I tell you what, and I'm going to talk it up right now. When do the Bulldogs play those idiots
No,
from Melbourne?
don't. 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 Do
Well,
not.
If I talk it up, maybe the Bulldogs will run all over them like this, and it'll be exactly the same. And I'm gonna be here for it if that's how it happens.
Through the hands
Oh,
now.
sorry.
Trying to spark some life into this attack. Mitchell takes
Sorry to
on
all the
3
Melbourne
defenders. And he's tackled just short of halfway on play 4. Kalamatangi bumps off 2, gets the offload away.
There
Fifth
you
and
go,
last
Jason, you've
on
got a
halfway.
new black metal band to check out.
Fifth and last, Mamazulis from dummy half puts the kick downfield. Finds some space, but it might roll too heavy here, and it does. 7 tackle set, and they just can't do anything right at the moment, the Bunnies.
Unless their name's Jai Gray. Any more of him?
Montoya runs straight through Havili. But he's been wrapped up in the cover defense. And now Bronson Sherry. Up to halfway.
Yeah.
Jeez, they're plugging Origin early.
It's like a month away. 5 weeks away. End of May isn't the
Oh,
first
yeah.
game.
Early
We're
July.
at Easter.
Oh, but it's been knocked on there by Burton.
Matty Burton with a mistake knocks it on. Not a great pass, but offload from being tackled. You should have just taken the tackle, mate.
Captain's challenge for some reason.
I think that the South player had a hand in this.
At 26-0, you would just get on with it, wouldn't you? Just cop it.
Especially with 35 minutes to go. And, you know, if the Rabbitohs manage to mount some sort of comeback, you might want that challenge.
Okay, if this could be off Matt Burton's knee.
Oh, I think his fingers got to it. Oh,
challenge
apparently there's a hand
success.
about it.
Well, I suppose in fairness, he would probably know if he touched it or not. In total fairness. Asher says, do you do ESPN tipping? We do our tipping contest via the official NRL website, which is accessible for anyone who would like to join. It's accessible at wastedsports.com.au/games. There is a join code link and everything there for our NRL and Super Rugby tipping and fantasy. I've given up on the Super Rugby fantasy, though. I haven't updated my squad for a couple of rounds.
Ed Vogel, Origin squad predictions. My God, I still haven't done a prediction video for who I think is going to make the 8 this year, or last year, or the year before that.
20 out from the line. Bulldogs back
Damn,
on the
I'll do that,
attack.
man.
Kick out. Takes the inside ball.
Mm.
Marnie
Is that a cheers
brings it to the
the
open
black
side.
metal
Sexton
band,
inside
Jace,
ball to
That
Tupanua.
was
Has
a
his
little
pants
forward.
pulled down. Marnie to man. Crash ball for Bronson. Sherry loses it on the line. Bronson Sherry loses it with the try line open. He cares not for
Mookie.
our multis.
Mookie's yelling at his TV as much as I am yelling in my head right now.
He cares not for our multis.
He really doesn't. Jace, was that a cheers that that looked forward? Was that a cheers that you're leaving, or cheers for the black metal band suggestion from Gaz?
Up towards halfway. Walker to Jai Gray. They've got numbers here, the Rabbitohs, but Latrell steps back in field. Takes the tackle on halfway.
Right, Mookie?
Harvey looks to offload. Does. Oh, they get in each other's way. Cody Walker and Jai Gray. It's a mess at the moment for the Bunnies. 40 out from the line. Back on the inside is Tallis Duncan. He's wrapped up.
Everyone enjoyed
But
seeing my
tackle
legs
5.
just then.
And it's Jack Whiten who's going to have a kick. Whiten puts it high into the corner. Lots of Rabbitohs chase through and put pressure on. But Carraz, or is it Montoya this time? Montoya under the high ball. Does extremely well. They race up and put pressure on to the Rabbitohs, but Bronson Cherry will play it. Still inside his own 10. Connor Tracy with nowhere to go. This is a
Can't see
better
anything,
set
mate.
defensively for the Rabbitohs.
Oh, thank you. My screen looks like a Monet painting because Boof is standing under the bunny ears. Maybe it's the bunny ears. Maybe because I'm using bunny ears to watch the game with the bunnies, it's bad luck.
5th and last, Burton from inside the 40. A high kick, but it should be taken on the full. And Campbell Graham all bandaged up underneath it, lined up by Kickow, manages to spin away from him. And the Rabbitohs, they've got to make something happen now.
Really, really do. Ooh, Mookie, good lord. Is it a multi or just for them to win? Gaz Johnson, if you don't mind the female fronted metal, check out an Australian band called Freedom of Fear. They will blow your mind.
Tallis Duncan inside the 40, gets the arms free, but he had no support with him. Very lackadaisical there from the Rabbitohs. 5th and last. Walker loses it. Oh, Wayne Bennett's losing whatever hair he's got left.
Does he have any?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Whatever he's got left, it'll be gone by the end of this. Cody Walker I really
Multi-
honestly thought that Cody Walker would have a new lease on life with Wayne Bennett back in charge, but he's just continued to decline, hasn't he? Wow. Tackle 2 now for the Bulldogs inside the 40. This has just been unbelievable.
Fantastic fit.
Marnie receives the offload. Very flat-footed, but the Rabbitohs defense is not moving up. Bronson Sherry goes straight through and loses it.
Sherry loses the ball.
Offloaded for Campbell Graham, and half a gap opens up. He'll bring it back up
Come on,
over halfway.
Rabbits.
Campbell Graham, that's a good run. 40
Still
meters
going.
out.
Richard Trainer, ahoy.
Down the short side goes Jack Whiten, earns a 6 again. Loses the ball out the back. Loses the ball forward. The set restart had just commenced, and Viliami Kickows letting him know about it.
I feel like they went backwards. Come on. Challenge it. Jack Whiten.
Kickow and Burton, the two returning players,
He's facing
forcing the
backwards. I don't
mistake. He lost
Yeah.
it forward.
Yeah,
It was lost initially in the contact.
Look at that view.
At least it's on time tonight. Not
What,
like
the view?
yeah, not like the moon last night.
That was so bad. I cannot believe how bad that stream was. Like the light, how behind it was. Yeah. Thank God for bunny ears.
Bronson Sherry down the short side. Come on, Bronson. Come on. Come on, Marcelo.
Oh, I need all three. I've got 0.
Yeah, I still need all three as well. Burton almost goes for
and
Burton's hurt.
Palau
Oh
Matani.
no, Burton's hurt.
Oh no.
This is his first game back, Matt Burton, and he's down,
No.
clutching in his leg. And
Oh,
Viliami
Whiten,
Kickow and
stop
Whiten are
being a
getting into
fool.
it again. Kickow and
Come on,
Whiten
Jack. Stop being
with
a
some push
tool.
and shove. Oh yeah.
Is that a hip
Oh.
drop or is that just a bad fall?
That's a hip drop.
Yeah, that's not good. Hasn't he already been off for 10?
Yep. Ewan Aitken's already been sent for 10 once. This will be a penalty. On report. Penalty to the Bulldogs. Take the 2. No, don't take the 2. Give it to Bronson.
How can they be? Well, Bronson, I need all 3 of them. Bronson, Connor Tracy, Palau Matani. I need all 3 of them.
BTC says Rabbits to get one by the end of the game, I reckon. And hopefully it's Latrell actually doing something.
Richard Trainer, I have not heard of T666. Death metal, are they good? I might have to check them out.
Lightning touch, 25 out, Burton.
I'll get Jason to check
On to
them out.
Max
He can report that.
King. Maxi King back on the field to add to his impressive stats for this game so far. Tupanua. Anthony, you're at the football game. Very nice. You mean this game or? Kurtman to Sexton. Inside for Kickow. Kickow. I'm surprised he didn't find where Jack Whiten is and line him up.
Right.
Marnie from dummy
and
half
Lou,
to
I'll
Max
give you
King.
a
Max King wants a double. He's just a couple of meters short. Man, on to Burton. Burton's leg's fine. He just wanted the penalty, I guess. Fair enough. Fifth and last. Down the short side, Marnie to Sherry. Sherry has his legs chopped out, and that'll be the handover. Bronson. BTC says Mitch is playing terrible. They all, in fairness, they both are. Latrell and Cody Walker are both playing absolutely horribly, in fairness.
Yeah, they're both having a shocker. Ed Vogel, my plan for the long weekend, not a great deal, to be honest. I might take the dog to the beach.
2 seconds. Jack Todd ruled out, suspected broken arm.
Hang on, when did that
When did that happen? I missed that completely. As down the wing goes Isaiah Tass. Some open space finally for the Rabbitohs, but it's shut down quickly. I did not see anyone break their arm.
Yeah, who? What? We'll have to find footage of that because no one's aware. Did anyone even go off injured? Like, I mean,
Cody
must have just
Walker
been a
puts
hard
this one
tackle and
high down
he's-
the middle, and it's taken by Connor Tracy. And penalty to the Bulldogs. Jai Arrow has just knocked Toby Sexton over.
okay.
And there's a lot
Stephen
of
Price
emotions
trying to
out
calm me
there.
down. Don't show him off.
There's a lot of emotion out there on the field. And
He's
here
very
it's,
upset. Where is
jeez.
it?
Here he comes.
We don't
Oh,
see
it was
Where
just
is it?
off camera. It was just off camera.
Yeah,
just a
cameraman, we didn't see it there either.
completely unnecessary push in the back. I mean, it's a
So dumb.
silly penalty. Completely unnecessary.
His emotions are coming out now, that's for sure.
And we know that
They're definitely
we
not going home with the chocolates today.
we know that Jai Arrow is a very emotional guy. We know this.
Oh, look. Jack Wasley, Huebner has been on. I think didn't he score
Yeah,
a
he was
try?
on. No, Huebner didn't score a try. He's been on the field,
Oh,
though.
He has been on the field. I know I've heard his name. I don't know if he's on now. Couldn't tell you. Mookie, any try scorer tips on the next game?
God, don't listen to us, for God's sake.
Yeah,
Don't
listen
take
to me.
tips
I'm
from us.
having an absolute
Straight through
fucking
goes Sexton.
nightmare
Sexton
for
brought
my
down 5 meters out. They're close here again, the Bulldogs. Fifth and last. Man in at first receiver to Tracy. Grubber kick in behind the line, and it's scooped up in the slips by Cody Walker. Yeah, for the love of God, don't take tips from us.
Oh, my tips are shocking. Gaz Johnson, yeah, look, I've always had a big soft
Penalty
spot
to
for
the Rabbitohs, by the way.
Well. So I really am looking forward to seeing them start to build momentum, like the Bulldogs. It's been rebuilding, and you got to do it. You go through your ebbs and flows, unless you name the Melbourne Storm, in which case you just cheat your way to every premiership you've ever gotten. Sorry, Jason.
Up over halfway as Lewis Dodd onto the field. Welcome from Super League, Lewis Dodd. Can he perhaps inject some spark into this Rabbitohs team? Whiten heads across field, links up with Mighty Mouse and Gray. Cody Walker's off. So Cody Walker's been replaced by Lewis Dodd. Dodd getting a run.
Not happy.
Whiten.
Not happy about being replaced. Not happy about any of it all.
30 meters out here, the Rabbitohs.
22 minutes, Buffy.
Gray onto Kepi. A lot of these Rabbitohs players, first time I'm really saying their names. It's the fifth and last. Jai Gray almost caught with the ball. Slings it back. The kick now in behind the line. And Connor Tracy is there. Reece Walsh, take note. And Mitchell brings him down 5 meters out and threatening a penalty there. Latrell. They have really let their emotions get carried away here, the Rabbitohs. Big defense on Montoya.
I do enjoy the Melbourne bashing in every stream I do.
Bailey Hayward's on. Brings it outside the 20.
Someone give me the round of ground score.
Montoya. Or Carraz, sorry. Oh, God, I keep getting them confused.
Please.
Burton goes straight up the middle. Needs support. He's got Hayward. Just needs to draw in the fullback. And it's been intercepted by Jack Whiten.
It's been intercepted by Jack Whiten, who has been taken around the neck and no penalty called whatsoever.
They've dodged a
that's
bullet there,
rough.
but the Bunnies,
That is rough.
they have dodged an
That's
almighty
rubbing
bullet.
salt. That is rubbing salt in the wound for the Bunnies right there.
From dummy half out to the 40. 58 minutes gone.
Oh,
Can they get some points? Whiten bobbles the ball, throws it out the back to nobody. Kick out, dives on it. Oh, it's so scrappy. The Bulldogs
Whiten.
with front foot ball. Sherry from dummy half. Oh, and he's met hard in the tackle. by
From
Tallis
0 to
Duncan.
villain in minutes.
20 meters out.
Is it Mookie?
Kurt
Tonight's
Man,
saying,
man
Sassy
taken on the
Queensland
10-meter line. Tackle 4.
Very still.
10 meters out. Sexton to Burton. Short ball to Sherry. Oh, they just can't get him across the line today. Sexton, the crossfield kick. Crichton bats it back. It's there for Tracy. Gets the second kick away, and it's been batted forward by Isaiah Tass. And he's very close to the sideline, but stays in field. The Rabbitohs, look at them. They're absolutely spent. Hands on hips, hands on knees.
This might sound like a really stupid question, and coming from me, it probably is, but just ignorant because I'm not as following as I usually do. Where's Alex Johnston?
Injured. Again.
Okay. So he's still a Rabbitoh.
Oh, the ball spills out in contact, and the Bulldogs are back in possession. Oh, this is dismal. Dismal viewing for Rabbitohs supporters.
Oh, God.
We might need to do a welfare check on Odd Poppet. Haven't seen him around today. He won't be happy.
What's the time in the UK? It's pretty early. It might still be. Oh, no, Good Friday. Oh,
Burton
wait.
steps
What is
back
the
in
time
field.
the
Burton's
UK
been
right now?
collared. No call. Sexton in midfield. Ball floats for Hayward. Hayward dances around. Can't find a way through. Couple of tackles up their sleeve. Tupanua used as the decoy. Man, out the back for Tracy. Tracy dummies and gets all tangled up. Half a metre short here on the 5th and last. Hayward fires it out for Carraz. Carraz back to Crichton. Crichton with the crossfield kick. Sherry's there. Sherry's up. It's lost backwards by the Rabbitohs and into the dead ball line for a goal line dropout. Oh, chaos. It's all
8:30
Bulldog.
AM. Richard Trainer. Oh, maybe he's still in bed.
Frank, ahoy, mate.
Frank, ahoy! Did they all watch Fatal Attraction last night?
In fairness to the Rabbitohs, they've got a lot of injuries. A lot of injuries. Probably more than any other team at the moment. And they have come into a red-hot Bulldogs team. In total fairness.
No,
As
it's,
Latrell goes short with the restart. And it's been lost into touch by Campbell Graham. Bulldogs ball. They just can't get anything right tonight.
Richard Trainer, that doesn't help me because I'm not in the US. Oh, God. Latrell. I mean, yeah. We're gonna okay. We are never talking up a game again, are we, Dan?
No, that's why I got you to stop when you said Bulldog Storm.
Yeah,
Just
but I
stop
only
right
brought that one
there.
up because I want the Bulldogs to tear them apart.
5 meters out from the line. Crichton plays it. Hayward sends it to the left. Inside ball for Burton. Burton spills it. And the Rabbitohs have repelled this attack.
Burton has tried really hard all game, but God, he's made some errors.
Well, it's his first
I feel
game
like
back.
he
He's a little bit rusty.
Yeah, I know it's his first game back. I feel like he's trying too hard to get on the scoreboard.
He's just a little rusty. Oh,
How many games has he had off?
2 or 3.
Yeah, he's an elite athlete. This should not be this rusty.
You can't just come back on and into a game environment and click. Take some time to work into it.
Why not? We know plenty of players that do.
Such as?
I can't say them because they don't play for a team I like.
Billy Slater.
No,
Gotcha.
not him.
Gotcha.
I wasn't thinking about him
Offload
at
is
all.
intercepted by Kurt Man. And the Bulldogs are back in possession. The Rabbitohs pushing the passes. I mean, they have to, in fairness, but here come the Bulldogs again. Tupanua.
65,305 people showed up for this match. They all heard our hype.
I thought they said
and they're all mad at
70,000.
us. Well, that's what they said on the commentator said at the start of the game. It's close to 70,000.
Oh, close to 70,000. Okay, they were doing that old deal.
Frank,
Yes.
if the Dogs play like this next week, then they will beat the Broncos with ease. And I'm a
Offload.
Broncos supporter.
Offload after offload after offload. The Bulldogs 10 meters out. Max King straightens it up. He's half a meter short. Oh, very white ass. Fifth and last.
James, what the hell?
To Burton. Burton puts the grubber in behind the line for Sherry. And Campbell Graham scoops it up and he'll be tackled in goal.
Are you sure that's the Ouzo, James, or the infection?
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, God, he's leaving me. I might have to commentate. No, he's headed off whilst there is a break in play because the Rabbitohs have been dragged back in goal. And what are they going to go? Short dropout or the very big one? Oh, they've gone. Latrell's gone for the short dropout again. And it hasn't gone the 10. And they've had to let it bounce. And it's just dribbled over the sideline. So that'll be a Bulldogs ball. Latrell's unimpressed with himself.
The Red Knight 47. It's starting to feel like Sherry is purposely not scoring.
I know, right? Playing the ball.
10 meters out from the line, though, the Doggies. Can they bag some more points before full time? Well, there's still 15 minutes to go.
Chat, but yes.
Oh, yeah, that was the Red Knight 47. Never spilt the ball. Jai Gray comes away with it.
Because he was playing the ball after the mistake from Latrell. I thought you were like, Cherry's come on, he's purposely not trying to score, so he's going to play the ball right now.
Latrell Mitchell held up and driven back in the three-man tackle.
It's not like these yellow boots and red socks. It's very McDonald's.
Genitalia wants to know what infection you're talking about.
You know, the venereal disease. Wouldn't that be making your body warm?
Down the short side, another loose ball. Campbell Graham scoops it up, heads back in field. Graham straightens. Just short of halfway here on the fifth and last. The kick by Dodd. High. Not contestable, and it's taken down by Carraz, who heads back in field. Links up with Connor Tracy, who spots half a gap, but he's brought down Kepi and Ewan Aitken. Montoya now, who hasn't looked like scoring, gets the offload away. Neither is Sherry's looked like it at least. Carraz up the middle. Into Rabbitohs territory again. Hayward cops a high shot. No call from the referee. 13 minutes to go. Salmon's back on the field. Salmon's back on. I recognized his hair.
Oh, God.
Oh, that is atrocious, isn't it?
Like him versus Paps with all those blonde tips rolling around the field.
Dummy by Tracy, almost through. That would have been good for you, not for me.
Look, can the Rabbitohs just let Connor Tracy and Bronson Cherry score? And then
Sexton Grubbers back in for Curran. Pressure at the back, and it's going to be another goal line dropout. Oh, this is absolutely just relentless from the Bulldogs.
Ooh, he doesn't look good there, the Rabbitoh, whoever that was.
That's Latrell, isn't it?
Is that Latrell?
Is that Latrell down in the underneath the post?
No, I don't think it's Latrell because doesn't he normally have a Indigenous mouth guard? I don't know if it's Latrell, but whoever it is in a hell of a lot of pain.
Totola. Totola tracking back. Accidental knees into the back. Well, that shouldn't.
Yeah,
that shouldn't. Hurt. It shouldn't hurt that much, though. They're supposed to be professional athletes. That shouldn't.
Don't get me started.
That shouldn't hurt that much.
I smacked into a girl once playing basketball, and her friggin' spleen exploded.
Yeah, but you're not professional athletes.
No,
in fairness,
but boy, I felt like shit because this poor chick was rushed to hospital for her spleen. I was like, I didn't even I felt bad. Like it was, you know.
Short restart, trapped by the Bulldogs. Curran dives on it. Sharon Quinn Holt says, "Go Dogs." Sherry takes the tackle 10 meters out. Salmon. Can't. I can't keep a straight face whenever I see him. Oh, poor Jamin Salmon. 10 out from the line. Sexton. Sexton dummies always goes through.
The Bulldogs have never kept an opposition team scoreless.
Bronson Sherry! Bronson Sherry scores! We finally get a tick off the multi. It's a little late, but better late than never. Bronson Sherry. 30 points to 0, 12 minutes to go. We finally got a tick.
I should see the filthy look I'm copping right now from my dog. Oh, yes!
Sharon Quinn Holt, you live in Penrith, but you were born in Bankstown. Very nice. Mookie says, yes, Sherry, about time. Mr. Ed's dead. Ahoy, mate. Go, multi, go.
Can I get in now? Mookie, was that the last tick you needed off your multi, or do you need more? Because I feel like we had a couple of the same. It's the first tick off my 3-leg multi, so, you know, I'm doing real well.
Same here. Try confirmed, Red Knight. Try confirmed. So good.
I don't know if you can see this, but this is the...
Oh, yeah, he wants outside. He wants outside.
I don't know if you can all... Can you all see that right
Hey,
now,
Buff.
my dog?
Hey, Buff. Buffy. Buffy. Hey, Buff. He's like, let me out. Stephen Crichton with the conversion attempt. It's about 10 meters in from touch, not on the favoured side for a left-footed kicker. He strikes it towards the post and it angles back, shaves the upright and goes through. 32 points to 0. The Bulldogs.
We're going out.
Doing it easy. Doing it way too easy.
No.
But Matty Burton is still out there, yes. Richard Trainer says, I do a lot of shutdowns with chemical plants now. I don't know what that means, but it sounds impressive. Rabbitohs go short with the restart. And it's been taken by Campbell Graham with ease. Uncontested. Rabbitohs, all right. Kenlich, tell you what, if the Rabbitohs score off this set and it's either Kalau Matangi for you or Latrell Mitchell for me, the multi out of nowhere is back on. One of ours.
Well, only if Connor Tracy scores as well. But come
Yeah,
on,
but it's
Kalau
back on.
Matangi.
It's back on, I mean.
I kind of
it's
want the
back on, I
Bulldogs to
said.
go. I kind of want the Bulldogs to go back to back.
Straight up the middle goes Moale.
Opposition under, or keeping their opposition to 0. They've never done that.
Dodd to
But-
Gray. Gray steps back in field. 10 meters out. Play 5 now. Latrell's gone into dummy half, so that rules him out. Short. So, oh, maybe it doesn't. He fights his way towards the line. He's a meter short, 2 meters short, and that'll be a handover.
It's been a very long time since we've been at this end of the field.
Oh, a little cheeky shove from Latrell. He's not happy. The crowd boos. He loves to generate the boos from the crowd. 8 minutes to go.
Wolfie's very upset because he doesn't have access to the kitchen. And
Yeah.
He likes to supervise. Oh,
They've lost the ball. Rabbitohs dive on it, and it's called a knock on. Oh, they just can't get anything go their way tonight, the Bunnies.
they haven't used their challenge, have they? Oh,
Oh, it's on.
here
Did I
it
see some
is.
punches? Bring back the
There was
biff.
a ball.
Emotions have boiled
There was a
over.
ball thrown. There was a ball thrown at a head, and there was definitely some emotion. Number 12 needs to follow the Yui ad and get a new barber because that's awful, his haircut. That forward that scored.
Oh yeah, it's been dropped forward a couple of times there from the Rabbitohs. Oh yeah, a shove from Curran, and then it
that
all
was
boils
after he
over.
threw the ball into his head, though. That was after he chucked the ball into his head. Why is there a random Dragons supporter at the game? Is that the thing now? Random supporters at South games. You know,
To HA Daz, ahoy mate.
I had to show you all that.
Would there be some upsets this week? Hopefully tips are going okay. Well, the tips
My team's
started
shocking.
horribly. Oh, 10 in the bin there for 10 in the bin for Marcelo Montoya, it looks like. Oh, there's the throw into the head. And then Montoya slaps him. He bitch slapped him. And he gets 10 in the bin for it. So that's his night.
Latrell put on all the weight he's lost. I feel you, Latrell. I feel you.
That's his night done, Marcelo Montoya. So, I mean, that rules out my multi anyway, if it wasn't already, because he won't be back. Now, Sean Kepi held up a metre short.
Give it to Kalamatangi. Where is he? Is he there? Is he even on the field?
Not sure. Totola. Oh, yep, there he is. Number 11. One out. Used as a decoy. It goes out the back for Moale. Moale's over the line, but he's held up. Desperate in defense there. The Bulldogs, a man down. 32 points to 0 up. And they are still defending their try line as if it's a 0-0 ball game. That is premiership-worthy defense.
Oh, Mookie, you're having about as good time as we are when it comes to multis. Other way. Kalamatangi.
Well, in complete fairness to everyone, they're very hard to get. That's why they pay so well, if you do manage to hit one. They're very hard to predict. Loose ball here. Jai Gray scoops it up. Still there for the Rabbitohs. 12 out. Fifth and last. Dodd. Grubber kick in behind the line. Needs it to sit up. It's battered dead by the Bulldogs. Goal line dropout. And again, emotions boiling over. Latrell didn't really need to be in there doing that. Nothing eventuated from it, but he didn't need to be doing it.
I know we talk about Teddy's athletically sized ass, but Latrell's ass is starting to get athletically sized too. Have a look at that when he runs back. He's been doing his squats.
Bulldogs go long with the restart.
Why not? Why not?
And it's returned by Havili to the 40-meter line.
That stupid hair.
Moale. Oh, kick out. Dives on him. That's silliness from kick out. That is silly from Viliami kick out.
He's just having a lie down.
Penalty to the Rabbitohs. That was just... Was it a penalty or has he just got his hand out, the referee? I think the referee just had his arm out randomly.
We're going to do this video. We're going to do a ref's signal workout video.
He can't believe that there was no penalty for that, Davey Moale. I'm pretty sure that you can't just dive on a prone player on the ground. Now they get their penalty for a leg pull. Take the 2. Take the 2. Don't be caught on 0. Although, honestly, it might be a bit more embarrassing to take the 2 at this point and lose 32-2. Because you essentially just gave up, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much. 6 minutes to go. Can the Bulldogs hold an opposition team scoreless 2 weeks in a row? The first time in history they will have ever done it.
Here's Dodd, dummies, dancing around in midfield. 10 meters out. 6 again. Moale. Kickouts all over Moale again. There's some tension there. Crash ball and the try. Has he got it down? I think he's lost it.
I feel like he's lost it too.
This will go up as no try. Oh, He's got him held up. Okay.
Oh,
I thought he lost the ball.
No, Mookie.
Oh no, he's held onto it there. He's still got it against his hip. Play on. He's
holding
still
it
got it
there.
against his hip. And desperation from the
Current's
Bulldogs in under that ball. Oh, that's a try. That's a try.
You reckon?
It's not Kalamatangi.
It's not
Oh.
a try.
Oh.
See?
Oh, now we've
Did
got
you
legs
see
in front of
drawing
it.
and touching that bit of grass? That is held up. Doing
Then
nothing.
legs swung around in front of it.
Game of Mel, ahoy! You are about 4 hours early for the next game. Melbourne Storm game. Jason, meet Game ML. She's a Melbourne Storm supporter as well. She also ignores me when I like to Melbourne Storm bash.
10 meters out, tackle 2. Still on for the Rabbitohs. There's Kalamatangi. Wrapped
Yeah,
up
so
and
he's not
driven
scoring from
backwards.
Look, he's not scoring from there.
Slow to get
I
up and
feel
play the
like we
ball.
Are we streaming the next game?
I certainly will be. I don't know. Are you still on a Melbourne Storm ban? Or are you going to behave yourself?
I'll behave myself.
Okay.
I'll behave myself. I've got nothing else to do, so might as well.
Kalamatangi. Oh, no, that is Havili. Sorry, has the ball ripped out. Penalty to the Rabbitohs.
Oh, too late, ref. Jesus Christ.
5 minutes to play. Bulldogs, can they keep the Rabbitohs to 0? That's the storyline of the game because the match is over as a contest. A metre short. Kepi plays it. Mamazoulis from dummy half. Has he got his way over? No, he hasn't. Penalty for a double movement. They just can't get it right tonight.
The Rabbitohs gonna do it, but oh my god, this is incredible if you're a doggy supporter. Oh yeah, that's not double movement, that's triple movement. Dude, what the hell?
Johnny Wadd is asking.
I know the refs turn a blind eye to a lot, but come on.
Johnny Wadd is asking, just wondering when we think the Perth NRL team will come in, if they come in. What's the timeline on that? I think it's still quite a few years away for the next team after PNG. It'll be many years away. Many years away.
Who knows?
Yeah. It'll still be a long time away.
And that's absolutely fine.
Salmon. Should we call him Salmon M? Or is that too corny? Salmon M.
Yeah.
Salmon M.
Yeah.
And if that,
is his new name.
I swear to God, if that pops up on Channel 9, I'm suing. Salmon M.
Daddy Cool OG, the Dolphins will beat Melbourne. Oh, you've got high hopes there, buddy. High hopes.
Sexton puts this ball up too deep. Oh, it's perfectly placed, actually. Gray bobbles it, but manages to hold on. Penalty, though, to the Bulldogs. And now emotions boil over again in back play.
Whiten and old mate.
I'm afraid I can't tell you what that penalty was for either. Oh, taken out after the kick. Oh, geez, that's harsh. Geez, that's rough.
And Mel will see you. I think the next stream. What time are we starting the next stream? 7:50.
Good Lord, that's rough. That call. What
He's not
time's
listening to me.
the game start? Yeah, I'm listening to you. It's just there was a moment in the game I was specifically talking about.
Like 8 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, about 7:50 then.
I don't know. It'll be on the Wasted channel, obviously, but
2 hours. Let's just say
Yeah.
2 hours. In 2 hours' time.
yeah, I think it's about 2 hours because it's almost 6 now. So yeah.
Curran,
Give it
straight
to
up the
Connor
middle.
Tracy. Give it to Connor Tracy.
Salmon M to Sexton. Flat pass for Preston. Preston looking for support. He's taken a metre short.
Yeah.
Hayward fires it out. Sexton to Salmon M. Curran cuts back in field.
Connor Tracy even on the field? Yes. Three.
keeping the ball alive. Crichton shows it inside. Back out to Sexton, and now Burton.
90 seconds to go.
Double
They wanna
pump to
bring up-
Crichton. Double pump to Kickow, and Kickow with a loose pass. Was it touched by the Rabbitohs? Oh, it's collected. It is 6 again, is it? You can't see, but
Maybe
Burton's
we
got
are
it. It is
both
6
doing
again.
extreme.
It is
Aren't
6
lucky.
again. 20 out for the line, and it is 6 again.
Next game, I should say.
20 meters out. 1 minute to play. Salmon M Dummies takes the line on, and he's wrapped up 10 meters out. Down the short side goes Maxi King. Offloads back for Hayward. Kick out. Out to Sherry, who spills it, but Carraz collects the loose ball, and Carraz will fight his way towards the line. He's well wrapped up there by Tallis Duncan. What a tackle. A meter
30
short.
seconds to go.
Hayward puts the grubber kick in for himself, and he almost wins the race, but Tavita Totola is there. It's going to be a goal line restart. Carmelo Koalo just randomly stumbled across this stream, and it has your 3-leg multi on the screen. Oh, sorry, Caramello.
Carmelo.
I got it wrong the first time.
Oh, Caramello.
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh, Latrell thumps it over the dead ball line, and that will be full time. The Rabbitohs
Oh, wow.
held to donuts. Wow.
First time in their history, the Bulldogs have held a team scoreless in back-to-back games. I mean, it might not have been the game we had hoped for, but it's still history making right there.
32 points to nil. Look at this score sheet. It's all Bulldog. Couple of sin bins
Wow.
in there.
Speaking of Bulldogs,
Volts, thank you very much for the rose. Over there on TikTok.
Hey, Buffy.
Boof, the door's open. You're allowed to go out there. Oh.
Yeah, but he still has no kitchen access.
Hey, Boof.
Hi, Buffy. Oh, you can't really see him. I don't
No.
stand over there. You can stuff up my bunny ears.
All right.
All right.
I've been holding in this whiz for about 5 minutes.
Oh, well, I'm going to go anyway because I got to feed the dog and.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries. You do that. I will have a whiz and come back to sum this game up.
All right. Well, I will see you guys on the next stream. See you then.
All right. 32 points to nil. Incredible performance by the Bulldogs. They are well and truly on for this season, aren't they? That was a hell of a performance. Dogs, number 1 defense in the league. And number 1 in our hearts. Possibly. Yes, first time in history the Bulldogs have kept their opponents scoreless in back-to-back games. And they're now 6-0 for the first time since 1938. Been an amazing effort for them. The Bulldogs, the only undefeated team in the competition for 2025 as well. You wonder. Okay, next 5 games. Broncos, Titans, Raiders, Roosters, Dolphins. They've got every possibility of going through undefeated for the next 5 as well. It could very well be the year of the Bulldog. I don't want to put the jinx on them, but geez, I mean, they could easily take those next 5 games. None of those teams that they've got coming up are exactly traveling along nicely. Realistically, they could be 11-0, 100% DJ Shaq. 11-0 Jones. 32 points. Oh, I still can't believe that. I really thought I tipped the Bulldogs, so I'm happy about that. But I did think that the Bulldogs would win in a close one. I certainly wasn't expecting the absolute blowout that we copped. I mean, that was a hell of a massacre. And for the Rabbitohs, they've obviously got a lot of injury concerns at the moment. A lot to the Rabbits. But I just don't know if... I mean, that's 2 games now for Latrell at 6. And there's been other things happening around. I'm certainly not blaming Latrell at all. I'm just stating that in the 2 games that Latrell has played at 6, it hasn't been a good has not been a good return for the Bunnies. I mean, they should absolutely not have lost that game to the Cowboys. Not Latrell's fault. What I'm suggesting, though, is that maybe he's not a 6. Keep him in the centers, especially when you've got Lewis Dodd there. Lewis Dodd did get a run tonight. So maybe that's the answer moving forward. Lewis Dodd, and stop experimenting with Latrell. We know that he is a fantastic center, so keep him in the centers. Gaz Johnson says, the NRL is great, a great league. I hope one day we get to that standard in the Super League. Well, the interesting thing, Gaz, the NRL have actually, how serious it is, I can't speak for, but I do know the NRL have interest in purchasing a share almost of the Super League. They just want part ownership. They don't want to take on the whole thing, but they are interested in a partial ownership, a little bit of a share. Share City Jones. And as part of that, they'll get some sort of say, obviously, as a part owner of what happens. And I mean, I've enjoyed the Super League games that we've covered, and there haven't been many, but I have enjoyed the ones that we've covered. Even that one on Vegas, round 1, which was a little bit of a whitewash, a little bit of a massacre, that game, very lopsided, but I still enjoyed it. And I covered the 1-0 game as well. The 1-0 game. Wigan, wasn't it? Wigan and somebody, and it was 1-0 at the end of the 80 minutes. And you wouldn't think that a 1-0 game was all that exciting, but it was. The trouble for me covering Super League is just obviously the time zone difference. It makes it very difficult for me to plan. I wanted to do so much more Super League this season, but it's so hard sometimes. I mean, when you think about it, take a Saturday, for instance. On a normal Saturday, there's like 3 NRL games. Sometimes I throw some Super Rugby in there as well. So I might do Super Rugby and 2 NRL games. That's 3 games of footy that finishes at about 9 p.m. my time. I'm exhausted after that. My voice is shot after the 3rd one. And then I have to try and get up again 3 hours later to do Super League. It was tough. I didn't last very long. I really wanted to do it, but I didn't last very long covering the Super League this year. But hopefully I can make an extra special effort as we approach the finals. I'll certainly be making more of an effort to get into some of these games, especially Super Rugby. I need to clone myself, what I need to do. But then I've seen that movie Multiplicity, and it didn't end well. if anyone's seen that movie. Cloning yourself can have disastrous repercussions. Burko says Gus won it this years ago. Absolutely, he did. Gus is a smart man. Love him or hate him, there can be no argument that Gus is one very smart cookie. And anyone who says otherwise is just kidding themselves. Anyone who thinks that Gus is not smart are just hating on Gus for the sake of it. And I don't like that. I don't like people hating on things just for the sake of it, for no reason. And you can not like somebody but still go, yeah, that's very smart. That's a good idea. So whether you like Gus or not, he's way ahead of the pack. He's way ahead of the field. Very clever man indeed, Burko. And when the day comes where he has lost to rugby league will be worse off for it. Henry over there on TikTok says, what do I have on the Storm versus the Dolphins? All right, 4 legs. Storm versus the Dolphins coming up. There'll be a new stream in about 2 hours. And I have got 4 legs. Pappenhausen. Oh, God, it went away. Pappenhausen, Eli Katoa, Xavier Coates, and Jack Bostock and 2 smoking barrels. Hungry before dinner. Hope the Dolphins versus Storm will be a good match. I think it'll be a massacre. Melbourne Storm this season are just on a different planet. I mean, as good as the Bulldogs are traveling, the Storm have just been in a completely different stratosphere, haven't they? I mean, the Bulldogs, okay. This is absolutely no disrespect, Bulldogs fans. No disrespect at all. Because I love the doggies. Love the Bulldogs. And I'm so glad to see them return to power. But, okay. 7 rounds in now. They've beaten the Dragons. They've beaten the Titans. They've beaten the Eels. They've beaten the Sharks. They've beaten the Knights. And they've now beaten the injury-ravaged Rabbitohs. Not exactly a, how can I say this kindly to the Titans, Eels, Sharks, and Knights? They haven't exactly beaten the upper echelon of the competition, shall we say. Melbourne Storm have had a slightly different run. I mean, they've had the Eels in there as well, but the Storm have beaten the Panthers. They were missing half their spine when they lost to the Dragons. I mean, Jerome Hughes is such a big... Jerome Hughes wasn't playing that game. His absence cannot be overstated. They then came back and slaughtered Manly, slaughtered the Warriors, and they've got the Dolphins tonight. So it's been a little bit of a different route, hasn't it? In fairness. It's going to be a good game. I think it will tell us a little bit more. If both teams are close to full strength, if Jerome Hughes is playing, we'll learn a little bit more about exactly where the Bulldogs are at. I think that's a fair statement. Because a full-strength Melbourne Storm are just on a completely different stratosphere at the moment to anybody else in the competition. Exactly. Burko sums it up nicely. Burko sums it up very nicely. Dogs are on the way up, but it's too early to tell. And I think that's a very fair assessment of the Bulldogs so far in 2025. But they're showing some really, really impressive signs. I mean, they'll definitely play finals. No question about it. Most likely, they'll land in the top 4. And they'll go deep into the final series, if not the grand final itself. But I'm telling you, I still, man, don't write off the Panthers. The Panthers have not been full strength. The closest the Panthers have been to full strength was round 1, where they beat the Sharks, and it looked like it was going to be business as usual in 2025 for the Penrith Panthers. And then they've just had injury and injury and injury. I can't believe that round 7, this will be the Panthers' 4th fresh center pairing. And that's just the centers. There's other positions as well. They have not had the same team back-to-back in 2 weeks all season long. And this is going to be their 4th center pairing in 7 rounds. That's just incredible. You can't build any sort of consistency. You can't form any connections when you're changing your team that frequently. So, yeah, they've just had a horrible run with injury. They've had such a good run with injuries over the past 5 years. They're finally starting to feel what all the other teams in the competition have felt in terms of mass injuries. And it's really testing their depth at the moment. Jason says, good on the Dogs for stepping up. Yeah, look, they've recruited well. They've recruited extremely well, the Bulldogs. And it took them a couple of years. But they're finally starting to click into gear. That's for sure. Looking forward to it. So, Wasted World of Sports. If there's any more questions in the chat room, I am more than happy to throw my 2 cents in and answer them, especially at the moment when I don't have to shout. My voice can have a little bit of a rest. I don't have to shout over the top of somebody else. Zing. Zinger Jones. So if there's any other questions, I'm more than happy to field them. Otherwise, we'll get ready for the stream. Coming up, Storm versus the Dolphins coming up in a couple of hours' time. Or probably now, around about an hour and 45 minutes for the next one. Gaz Johnson says yes, plus a new regular halfback combination. Yeah, and the interesting thing is, too, for the Panthers, they brought Blaze Talangi over from the Eels. They brought him over and then didn't play him. Now, I know he was injured at the start of the season. He was injured. And then he just didn't, they didn't slot him into the squad. They gave the first opportunity to Jack Cole. I can understand that. Cole was part of the system. Didn't quite work out, though, did it? Sunday, and Monday, of course. Sunday and Monday, WrestleMania. For any wrestling fans, we shall be covering WrestleMania. Why not? It's going to be a long-ass day. It's going to be a long-ass couple of days. But yes, WrestleMania is just one of those things. Yeah. We just got to do it. We got to do it. I was a huge wrestling fan when I was a kid, all through school. Who wins, Cena or Rhodes? Cena's got to win it, right? Otherwise, his heel turn means absolutely nothing, unless that's the story arc they go with. But I think his heel turn means absolutely nothing if he doesn't win. It's going to be very non-traditional. We're so used to WrestleMania ending with the big babyface moment. It'll be a little out of the ordinary. But it'd just be a complete waste of time, in my opinion. Much the same as much as I hate to say it, I cannot stand Jey Uso. But, I mean, that bloke is dead in the water if he doesn't win. So he's pretty much got to win the title. And, yeah, I'll be devastated when it happens. So, yeah, I reckon a pretty smart multi for WrestleMania would be Jey Uso and John Cena. Ah, Gaz Johnson, you were a big fan as well. Legion of Doom. Oh, can I show you something, Gaz? 2 seconds. So I run a collectible store called Pop Till You Drop, and I just picked up these to sell in my store. Check these out, Gaz. How cool is that? Put these back in their bag. Yeah, so for anyone who's actually wondered what exactly I do for work, yeah, that's what I do. I own a collectible store. So once I do my back-end stuff and all the processing, those will be up on the website for sale. Looking forward to that one. Mitchell Vela Sport, it's all on eBay at the moment. I'm selling at the moment exclusively through eBay, and I can tell you I will have Wasted World of Sports merchandise up there very, very soon. The next step is to have my own standalone web store outside of eBay. Because obviously, for anyone who's familiar with eBay, you get absolutely rorted with fees. So the big picture for me is to have a standalone store outside of eBay that I can use to sell. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Kicking off. So the shop name is Pop Until You Drop. And let me see. There might be a link that I can share in the chat room just to make it easy for everybody. It's not a whole lot up there at the moment. I'm still going through all the process of cataloging and whatnot. I don't really know how you search for a store on eBay. Oh, I can tell you my username. Okay, Pop Until You Drop, because it wouldn't accept my actual business name. My username on eBay is Pop Drop Store AU. Pop Drop Store AU. And it's called Pop Until You Drop. But the actual business name is Pop Till You Drop, and you'll see it in the logo. But it wouldn't let me put a special character in the eBay store name. So there you go, Pop Drop Store AU. And I will eventually have more than the 6 things that I have on there. Eventually. LOD gone by Sunday. Oh, is that a sign to Jace? Is that a little hint for me to just not even bother putting it through processing? Just keep it aside. I know, I said I would keep it aside for you anyway. It's all good. All right, Wasted World of Sports. I better go get ready for this next stream. Thank you so much for being with us here for this one. The Bulldogs, way too good for the Bunnies. I'll be back in around about an hour, just over an hour's time. Just over 1 hour's time, we will be back for the Melbourne Storm versus the Dolphins. Catch you then. Let's have the theme music to play us out, huh? Wasted Water Sports theme song. Catch you soon.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pence less from the kickoff.